Alright, I'm looking for my seed spreader. I know it's around here somewhere. I got a couple of them, but they've gotten misplaced over the years because we don't use them normally. I think I only used it once since I've been here. I bought it while I was up in Kansas City. But anyhow, yeah. Here's my really long message I sent the other day. Yesterday. He pretty much just ignored it. He acts like he's not the problem, or he's in denial, or whatever. It's like he pretends like there's not a problem to me, you know, to our little group text. He just pretends like there's no problem here. He's not the problem. Oh, here's one of them. It looks like it still works. Maybe. I guess we'll find out. Chickens are going crazy. But anyway. This is a little bit bigger one than, well, I don't know. It might not be any bigger than the one I got or in Kansas City. I don't remember where this one came from. But anyway. Yeah, he acts like he's not the problem. Or he acts like I never sent this at all. But yet, he'll go basically pick from it what he wants to trash talk me about to the community. And then he'll basically, in his own words, tell them what I said. Instead of letting them read the truth, letting them read what I actually said. He'll basically lie and say I said something I didn't really say. But anyway, I already read that in the last video. So anyways, my mom said this morning, see if, because like last night, he said Cleopatra left the baby next to the house, cat house again, third day in a row. Which probably ain't true. He's probably just pretending to show that he's being attentive. Just like this morning, he said the camper door on the cat house was open this morning, which is probably also not true. Because we can't even open it. How can something else open it? I don't understand. But he's always doing stupid, weird shit like that. You know, it's like there's this hole or this indentation in this hard plywood that I had just put up on the chicken coop. And he was like, oh, raccoons must have did it. I think it was him. Alright, I found my seed spreader. It's broke too, but it's in better shape than that other one. But it's old. I bought it over 10 years ago in Kansas City. And of course, it's been sitting out here in the weather. So I'm surprised it's actually still intact, to be honest. I should have never moved out here. I should have just kept my house in Kansas City. I probably could have got my house back for half the price that I paid for it. And then basically sold everything down here and moved back to the city. But somebody always beats me to it. You know, everything that I find that I want to buy, somebody else beats me to it. But I was apprehensive about going back to the city. But yeah, that house, it was a $100,000 house. And somebody recently bought it for 50. And it's big enough for me and maybe my mom. Well, definitely me and my mom, but yeah, it's not like I got a family anymore. It was a 4-bedroom, 2-bath house. And then I added another kitchen to it, so it's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-kitchen house. Had 2 washers, 2 dryers, the whole 9 yards. It was nice. Had a decent backyard. If I'd have stayed there, I would have bought the neighbor's property and then I'd had a bigger backyard. But I wouldn't have been able to have like goats, maybe chickens and stuff. Maybe some Nigerian dwarfs, but I didn't really know or care about goats back then. But anyways, yeah, see, this hedge post is supposed to last 50 years. It's not going to last no 50 years. It might last another 10 tops. But it's not even 10 years old. It's only like 5 years old. Anyways, I'm going to transfer these and I'm going to spread this seed. Then I'm going to come back and take care of the goats. Alright. Kelby will be here in an hour. I got the goats in here. Hi. She's my favorite. She's adorable. Hi. And that's 16 there on the right. I call her Sweet 16. And then the one in the back, I just call her a long number because she's got a really long number on her tag. And then the black and white, I don't know what her name would be. What do the Native Americans do whenever they scalp you? Oh, scalp you. So I'll call her Scalp because she looks like she's been scalped. Hi, Scalp. Anyway. So they'll be off to their new home here in about 2 hours. And then next weekend, I'm taking the Nigerians to the market. At least mine, anyways. And David will have his 3 goats left. If it weren't for me, he'd only have 2. But he doesn't seem to appreciate that. But he don't even appreciate his own goats. He don't appreciate nothing. He's cost me so much money, so much time and money. It's not even funny. But I've learned a lot. So I guess that's worth something. I've learned not to trust nobody, that's for damn sure. Especially people who talk and don't walk. But like Donald Trump says, some people just have a great line of bullshit. You know, it's like some people can see through Judas, David Ray, right away. Some people can't. I was one of the ones who couldn't, unfortunately. So, but like Jerry Diamond, I saw through him right away. But other people hadn't, you know. So, one half dozen another, I guess. There's victims, there's predators and victims, basically. That's what my second wife's father said. There's 2 types of people in this world. The predator and the victim. Or like Bill says, there's givers and takers. David Ray is definitely a taker. He doesn't appear that way, though, when you first meet him. He has a great facade. And he's really good at convincing you that he's a giver. And then you drop your guard, and he basically just mooches off of you. One of the things that tipped my mom off about that was every time her and Ron would come down here, Judas would expect them to just take him out to eat every single time. It's like, where are we going to eat? It's like, what do you mean, where are we going to eat? You know? He acted like they were obligated to take him out to eat. Ooh. I don't know why I put those in the burn. I could use them. Milk jugs. I'll put them over here in my garden. Yeah, it's another thing. I gotta find my drought-resistant farming book. Last time I seen it, David had it. Judas. And I better get a hold of it before he takes off with it, because I'll never see it again. Then again, I think I bought 2 copies. Just in case. Because I tend to do that. I pretty much got it memorized. But, or not memorized, but I pretty much got an idea, you know, what it basically has to say. And I can always go on YouTube and learn. But basically, that's what this is. I'm putting these in here to catch the water, and the roots will grow around it. Except, you know, they'll only grow close enough to the water that they need the nutrients and whatnot. So, anyways, if and when these girls get here, then hopefully maybe we'll get some more stuff done. But I'm working on a caplinger now, mostly. I'm gonna get it set up for shower facilities and whatnot, so that they can come over here and work, and then go back over there to shower and relax. Yeah. And then once we get more stuff built over here, then they can stay over here. Meanwhile, what's her face? Sophie wants to help me buy that other property, and once we get everybody bought out, then I'll let her buy me out as well. And if her and Sage get along and they both want to go 50-50 on that other property, I'll be like, that's cool. That's cool. And then maybe I'll let my brother buy half of this property. And he can help me manage this one. But we can all four work together managing all of them. But I don't know. We'll see. I've almost got this one paid off, so I'd much rather just my brother get his own place. But he's got money. He can get his own place. You know, I just have... My problem is I have that teamwork makes the dream work mentality. But not everybody else does. And so I usually end up getting screwed. And that's a problem. So, I should tell my brother about that other property around the corner. Anyway, if Sophie and that one girl don't show up, then I'll probably just rent this property out to my neighbor or someone else and just let them run their livestock on the property. And then, yeah, then I can make improvements as I go. And they'll be responsible for their own damn animals, and I won't have to worry about it. They'll just pay me rent to run their animals on my property. But I don't want Austin to come over here, because he'll basically want to plow down all my trees. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. I like my trees. Basically, what I want to do is have the trees just far enough apart to where grass grows underneath them. But most of these farmers or cowmen, they want to plow all the trees down. Just like, trees, we don't need no stinking trees. Did that break? It sure enough did. That one's worthless. That one's going in the burn. So, yeah, that's basically when I burn the plastics. Just when they're useless. I try to repurpose as much stuff as I can, because everything's salvageable for the most part. But I also don't want the place to look trashy, and it's gotten to that point. That one will work. So this was an old cattle feed jug. I used to haul cattle feed. And so I put the feed in here and bring it home to the goats. And that kept them pretty healthy. Like I said, I wasn't losing any goats until recently. And there's a lot of variables. And like I said, I accept some responsibility for it. But, oh, I guess I should have got two. Oh well, this will work. I'll leave it like that. The south neighbor was growing hay, and so we couldn't let the animals out to forage. And because they kept wanting to go over to his hay field. And then there's Austin. He complained every time the goats went over to his place. Even though goats don't eat the same thing the cows do. He's like, I don't want your goats over here eating my $100 grass. He's like, whatever, dude. But it's his land. I mean, I wouldn't care if his goats were over here eating my $100 grass. Unless maybe I had Nigerians and he had Boers, then I'd be afraid that they were going to breed my Nigerians and that would cause medical problems. Then he thought maybe my goats would harm his bulls. And I'm like, come on, dude. I guess maybe his bulls are not very aggressive, but my goats aren't aggressive either. But anyway. Alright. So that's basically what I do with this. And then water will soak into the these containers when it rains. The dirt will settle too. I think this is the only one I don't have these containers in. I probably should, but I already put my potatoes in there. So anyway, so and these are like my fertilizer rainwater collection tubs, and then these are just regular rainwater collection. All of these are regular rainwater collection. Just these three in the middle, I put fertilizer and cattle feed and whatever in there. And then it's basically like fortified water I can give to my plants. But yeah. Anyways, okay, bye.
Do you have that bill that I had? Or I think I took pictures.
Oh, it was $14.60. Yeah. If you don't mind, I'd like to videotape so I can catch him in his lies and expose him. Because he's been doing all kinds of shit to me and I just can't take it anymore. Well, that was one of the things. And then he said that you sold me sick goats and that 3 people supposedly tried to warn me not to buy them from you.
2 people tell you to buy them from me.
Well, at least Ian.
Yeah.
And that's David. I guess he's not here. Yeah, he's been living in here, and I told him there's supposed to be a greenhouse, not a trash house. It's been a nightmare. So I guess he's not here. But all right, we'll see how many eggs become missing whenever I come home. I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 eggs right there, dated 5/29 and 5/31. Only one was left from last week, 5/21. The rest just vanished. I don't know where they went. David claims to not know where they went. He thinks the chickens ate them. Well, if the chickens ate them, how come the nest box is dry as a bone? When they eat them, they make a mess of the nest. So obviously that's not the case. He thinks I'm stupid. So, and it couldn't have been a raccoon because they would have killed the chickens. So, I mean, a snake could have got in there, but I doubt it was a snake. Oh yeah, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Spider web. Nine, 10, 11, 12. All right, I'm gonna double count. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 sitting on the nest box. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I could have swore I had more. There might be more, but they might not be around. They're probably just out hunting for bugs and stuff. Oh yeah, I got a white one. That's 12. I saw her earlier, so I know she's around. I just don't know where she is. So I got somebody interested in buying them. Somebody else. Yiska's not ready. She ain't got her chicken coop ready. And to be honest, they'll probably die at her place. I like Yiska, but she's better than David Ray, but worse than me when it comes to animals. And I'm not saying that to glorify me. I'm just saying I suck too, but she is better at low maintenance animals like dogs and cattle. And to be honest, I probably am too. But I do a better job of keeping my chickens alive. Barely. But, you know. I'm not trying to be a narcissist or anything. So I got my Kikos sold. I'm gonna go put that check in the mail on the way to Cindy's. I know I got a white chicken around here somewhere. But I spread a lot of seed in that yard. So they're probably looking for that seed. It's supposed to rain in a couple days. David opened the gate earlier. Of course, I closed it, but then I reopened it after I got the Kikos trapped. The Nigerians are less trouble, especially now that there's less of them. But like I said, next weekend I'm taking those to the market, and I'm gonna sell my chickens, and then I'm done. I'm gonna just tell Sophie if she wants goats, I'll let her buy them. That way, if they die, it's not my fault. It's not my loss. I don't have to worry about the liabilities. I won't have to worry about buying the food. I won't have to worry about none of that crap. I'll just basically help out. I'll own the land. They can own the rest of the crap. I'm done with that. And like I said, just like before, when they were David's goats, it wasn't my problem. If they died, they died. It was his problem. And when all of his males died, I should have just left it at that and let them all just die off. But no, I went and bought more fucking goats like an idiot. So, but I'm done. I learned that lesson. No more goats for me, not at least for now. If these girls prove themselves worthy, then I'll think about doing it again next year. Maybe. Is that Smokey? Hi, Smokey. Hi, Mimi. She says, don't be paying attention to Smokey. Pay attention to me. Smokey. Smokey kitty cat. Yeah. Smokey. 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 Hello, Smokey. Smokey. Come here, Smokey. Yeah. Is Mimi being nice to you now? I remember she used to be mean to you. Welcome back. Yeah. He's adorable. I thought he was Tiger, Cindy's cat at one time. So I got him in a cage and I was like, Cindy, I caught your cat. And it turned out it wasn't her cat, it was Smokey. Yeah. I'm glad he came back and they're not picking on him anymore. Because this is his home. This is where he grew up. Now, you know, he could be worthless like David Ray, but I don't know. To me, as long as they're catching mice, they're not worthless. So anyways, I gotta move some more of these. So I got my Kikos sold. Yeah, I was so worried about that. So that's one. Oh, there's the white chicken. There's one headache off of my plate. I don't gotta worry about. Ow, blackberries. And so now I just gotta sell my Nigerians and the chickens, and then get rid of Judas, and then I'll be more or less stressful. Oh yeah, I got a funny story I need to tell. Now, Judas, also known as David Ray, has been going around telling everybody that the guy that sold me my goats sold me sick goats, and that like 3 people tried to warn me not to buy them from him. And that he ripped me off. And so he came back and he bought my goats back from me. But you'll never guess who's buying my goats. Doc Kramer, the veterinarian here in town. So he is buying my goats from my goat trader that Ian referred me to, and David is disparaging. Well, he's disparaging me primarily, but he's also disparaging my goat trader, saying that he's a crook and that he sells people sick goats. But now I have 3 associates who buys goats from him. So apparently, you know, he's pretty reputable, and he didn't bullshit me, and he didn't rip me off like Judas is going around telling everybody. He says, oh, if Kano would listen to me, I could have saved him money. He spent $1,700 on those goats when I could have got him the better goats for $600. Really? Well, I just made money on my goats, for 1. And for 2, Kramer's buying the same goats from me, basically, through my goat trader. So if I would have known that, I could have just sold them straight to Doc Kramer and saved him a trip. Or saved my goat guy a trip. But he wanted to come up and confront Judas, about his lies. And he wasn't home. He skipped out. I don't know where he skipped out to, but he skipped out. So, and that's too bad, because I was going to videotape it. I wanted to catch him in his lies. So he got lucky this time. But his luck's going to run out. Because yeah, I think I already said it, basically. So, all right, I'm going to finish this up. And then I got to go. Since David's not here, I'm going to go transplant my blackberries to Cindy's. And I'm going to relax the rest of the evening. All right, bye.